Global warming, also referred to as climate change, is a pressing environmental issue that has significant implications for the planet and its inhabitants. It is primarily driven by human activities that release greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, leading to the trapping of heat and causing the Earth's temperature to rise. This phenomenon has far-reaching consequences for ecosystems, weather patterns, sea levels, and human societies around the world. The main greenhouse gases responsible for global warming include carbon dioxide, CO2, methane, CH4, nitrous oxide, N2O, and fluorinated gases. These gases are released through activities such as burning fossil fuels for energy, deforestation, agriculture, and industrial processes. The concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere has increased significantly since the Industrial Revolution, leading to a rise in global temperatures. One of the most visible impacts of global warming is the warming of the Earth's surface and oceans. The average global temperature has been steadily increasing over the past century, resulting in more frequent and intense heat waves, droughts, and wildfires. Warmer temperatures also contribute to the melting of polar ice caps and glaciers, leading to rising sea levels and increased risk of coastal flooding. Global warming is also causing shifts in weather patterns and climate extremes. Changes in precipitation patterns are leading to more frequent and severe storms, floods, and hurricanes in some regions, while others are experiencing prolonged droughts and water scarcity. These extreme weather events can have devastating effects on ecosystems, agriculture, and human communities, leading to food insecurity, displacement, and loss of livelihoods. The impacts of global warming are not limited to the environment, but also extend to human health and well-being. Rising temperatures can exacerbate air pollution and respiratory diseases, increase the spread of infectious diseases, and disrupt food production and water supply. Vulnerable populations, such as the elderly, children, and low-income communities, are particularly at risk from the health effects of climate change. In addition to the direct impacts on ecosystems and human societies, global warming also has broader implications for biodiversity and ecosystem services. Many plant and animal species are struggling to adapt to rapidly changing environmental conditions, leading to shifts in habitats, loss of biodiversity, and increased risk of extinction. Ecosystem services such as pollination, water purification, and carbon sequestration are also being disrupted, affecting the overall health and functioning of ecosystems. Addressing global warming requires collective action at the local, national, and international levels. Governments, businesses, and individuals all have a role to play in reducing greenhouse gas emissions, transitioning to renewable energy sources, and promoting sustainable practices. The Paris Agreement, adopted in 2015, is a landmark international accord that aims to limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels and pursue efforts to limit the temperature increase to 1.5 degrees Celsius. Mitigation efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions include transitioning to renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and hydropower, improving energy efficiency in buildings and transportation, and promoting sustainable land use practices. Adaptation measures are also needed to help communities and ecosystems cope with the impacts of climate change, such as building resilient infrastructure, protecting natural habitats, and enhancing disaster preparedness. Global warming is a complex and urgent challenge that requires immediate action to mitigate its impacts and build resilience to a changing climate. By working together to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, promote sustainable practices, and protect ecosystems, we can help safeguard the planet for future generations and ensure a more sustainable and resilient future for all.